Hi everyone, we have David from Liongard. They just gave us a great presentation. David, why don't you let our followers know, what is Liongard?
Yeah, so Liongard is really like a visibility platform. So your environments have become increasingly complex, hard to look into, lots of different stuff going on, and we want to give you enhanced visibility so you can see exactly what are you supporting, what is the current status of it, what is the desired status of it, and really have more visibility in the environments that you support.
Yeah, like when you talk about complexity, the thing that my mind goes to is like cybersecurity and incidents. So is what Liongard offers, is it something that helps protect against incidences? Or is it, how would it deal with cybersecurity events?
Yeah, so it's really more preventative.
Okay.
So the way that I would talk about it is like, you remember in the good old days of managed services where there was like a server in the back room, in the mop closet,
yes.
and you had to put the box fan to keep the stuff from overheating in that little room. If you kind of take that as making an analogy, you used to support basically like a house with one window and one door. Right? And that was pretty easy. Now, with all the new software that people have, and after COVID and people went remote, now you've got a ton of windows and a ton of doors that you have to manage. And is that door closed and is it locked? And is that window closed and is it latched? And so the idea is like, how do you know all the windows, all the doors that you have to support, and are they in the desired state? Is that window open? Is it supposed to be open or is it supposed to be closed? And so we do a great job of showing you what the current state of something is, and then you can compare that to the desired state, and then close that window and latch it. Or if it's supposed to be open for a really good business reason, then leave it that way. But the visibility piece of like, what all do I need to wrap my arms around? It's just gotten a lot harder for you guys.
Right, yeah. Like on that complexity note, the attack surfaces have multiplied.
Yes.
Right? And so how can we attend to all of the services that our clients are using in a proactive sense? And it feels like Liongard's kind of the tool for just getting a sense of that.
Yeah, there's this thing in our space called left of boom and right of boom. And boom is the bad thing, right? And so the bad thing that happens is the threat actor that's come in and that kind of thing. Well, there's been a huge emphasis in the last like 5 to 10 years on the right of boom, which is like, hey, the bad guys used to come and kick in your door. Now it's more like the dude showed up at your house in an AT&T shirt that said, I'm here to look at your flux capacitor, right? And you let him in, and you have to decide, is this person supposed to be here or not? And that's really the right of boom, is it anomaly detection. We have a login from China, is that legitimate or not, right? But the left side's gotten a little bit ignored, and that's where attack surface is. And that's the whole idea around, are we aware of all the stuff that we have? Or did that physician plug a wireless access point he bought at Best Buy underneath his desk and now have a rogue wireless and a HIPAA type of setting? And so you want to understand what are all the things that you have and make sure that you are protecting them. And that's a left of them thing. And so you want to make sure that you, before you go to bed, if you live in a super nice part of town, you might just glance at the door and make sure it's locked. But if you live in a bad part of town, you'd make sure that all the doors are locked and the windows are down and all that stuff. And I think that most companies don't realize that all companies right now are in the bad part of town, right? Is that the threat actors are really going after everyone. And so it's really important to make sure that you've done the things that you can from a preventative nature, so you don't have to just focus on identifying the bad thing after it's already happened.
Yeah, exactly. And like, that's what we like about Liongard. It's been very helpful in that regard. One thing we also know, I think other MSPs as well, every window, every door, it's another alert.
Yes.
How can Liongard help the kind of alert noise and help kind of clarify what actions to take or what can happen with alerting?
Yeah, I think that that's a hard thing, is that, when we talk to partners like you, what we hear is this alert fatigue. Is that we just get vomited all these alerts in. And then what you really hope is that somebody's taking the time, but I mean, we're all very busy, to go through the alerts and find out what's legitimate and what's not. So we want to tune out the noise, number one. And number two is we want to have prioritization built into the platform to where we can say, you don't treat every alert like the same. You need to be able to prioritize and say, okay, if something's impacting the CEO's computer, we're going to give that more attention than somebody else, and that kind of stuff. Or if someone is the payroll server versus an archive server. And so we're building in this prioritization piece that you can go in and not just get alerts, but have priority layered over the top based on tagging and different things that attributes you've given to the assets, so that then you can see, okay, this is something that needs immediate attention, and this is something that's just kind of noise, and we're going to tune that noise out.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome. Like what we saw in the demos looked really good. Last question. We have a RMM, we have an EDR. All of those give us alerts. One thing that you were saying today is that like Liongard is your source of truth. Why would you say Liongard is a truer source of truth than say an EDR or an RMM?
Yeah, so your RMM is going to be ephemeral. So it is looking at what your current state is. And what it doesn't know is the historical piece, right? So the current state may not be the desired state. Mm-hmm. And if you need to like go back in time and rewind, and you don't happen to have a DeLorean with a flux capacitor, well, you need to go back and see when did this change happen? When did this configuration drift from the desired state? So we play that role. So we can give you a 18-month view, and it gives you a lot more clarity and kind of that idea around where it is now versus desired. And then your EDR tools are fantastic at that anomaly detection, but the purpose of the tool is not to give you a full view of your everything you support. It's really about security and security incident detection. And so it has great data, but it's kind of a narrow use case where we're trying to give you visibility across all the environments and then allow that information to be actionable for you.
Yeah, I think that's really wonderful. Thank you once again, Liongard, for coming to our right-click offices, talking to us, feeding us tacos. We're excited to deploy. And thank you guys once again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Have a good day.